So I know you're raising a family. I know your kids are a little bit older, but you're still raising a family, right? When you're making the decisions that you make in this role, is there part of, do you take inspiration from your kids heading into this sort of area? Does that factor in for you at all?
Well, I think anybody as a parent is, their kids always are the center of their universe, right?
Yeah.
And, and I know, your kids are very similar age actually, and so you probably can compare. But I mean, I'm definitely inspired by my kids. My kids are both obviously very biased, but phenomenal kids.
Yeah.
And their sense of adventure and their ability to just say, whatever challenges come, they just roll up their sleeves and say, sure, we can do that. So my kids have moved from Australia to Victoria to Vancouver to Terrace to here to Saskatoon in the middle, and my daughter went to Brazil for a bit, and whatever challenges come, they just smile and say, yeah, we can do that. Right?
Yeah.
And so I think that really helps. Like, I think if they weren't that way, it would be harder for me to be able to be adventurous and be positive about all the change sometimes. But so I think I probably get more inspiration from them than the other way around.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you're making when you were sort of developing your strategic plan, is there part of you that thinks, about your kids coming into, say, for example, an institution that's trying to be more entrepreneurial and that sort of thing? Do you sort of picture your kids coming into that space?
Yes and no. I mean, to be honest, the strat plan came about because of a lot of work of a lot of people. So it wasn't me that said we're going to be the most entrepreneurial.
Okay.
Right? It was an entire group of people that kind of looked at the data, and it was so clear. Like, our community just sees themselves that way and expects that, right?
Okay.
And so if we aren't that, we aren't a larger community. And so when we looked at it as a group, it was like, holy cow, it's so obvious where we need to go. But that said, I think if the things that we make that we want to happen, like if we have a center of entrepreneurial excellence and we grow our student numbers and we become much more independent in government financially, all those things I think will make this institution that much stronger and certainly make it even a better and more appealing place, not just for my kids, but hopefully for all of our kids, including yours.
Yeah, absolutely.